Good morning and welcome to day 11. Today is about persistence. Ambition is the key to success, and persistence is the vehicle you will arrive in. If you do not persist in it, you will not master it, and you will not become successful in it. Best analogy I can come up with, which is kind of ironic because Dr. Michael explains the water, but water is one of the most persistent sources of nature. It cuts through rock, it can reshape landscapes, rivers change the course of landscapes, they destroy cities and towns. We're sitting here on beautiful Lake Lanier. Somebody dammed up something just a little bit and wiped out small towns, racetracks, bridges, roads, and it just keeps flowing. The interesting thing is everybody thinks success, they're always talking about hustle harder, hustle, grind. The reality is water chooses the path of least resistance and goes to work and works on it relentlessly. And now that we have this beautiful lake, we no longer have the town, but we have an ecosystem that supports all kinds of wildlife, fish, game, entire industries, boating industries, docks, homes, subdivisions, deer, turkey. There's some bears, some cattle allegedly around here. And so this persistence that water creates as it works towards an undefined end changes and impacts hundreds of millions of lives. It's truly an amazing thing. In your business, you need to really focus in on one main thing. You need to keep the main thing. So many people get distracted with shiny object syndrome because things don't happen fast enough. People fail to realize that they're happening. No matter how slow your progress on whatever you're working at, you are going much faster than the one sitting on the sidelines or the one sitting on the couch. I know and am fortunate enough to be coached by some of the biggest names in business in today's economy. I'm just really fortunate. I've been positioned. I've created the opportunities, and I've had my coaches take me to those levels. And they'll all say that if you just stay the course, most people get out too soon. If you get a shiny object syndrome, and I'll be free to admit it, I like new products, new things. I test them, I vet them, but I've stayed true to the water because, from a healthcare provider, for me, everybody is 72% water, and it's the best water on the planet. So everything that I did prior to water was working on the 28% of the human body that wasn't water. And so when I switched to having great water, I was fixing 72% of the problem. And it was a very unique perspective. But I also do a lot of other things that if you go to Make a Life Worth Living, you'll see the ketones, you'll see the Q-links, you'll see the shower units, you'll see the brain tap, the meditation, the muse. I use lots of products and I do lots of things, and they're out there because people, they want my opinion and what I've got. But my main thing is helping people get ahead. One of the biggest problems that I have seen and that I've recently learned is some people fall in love with a product even if it doesn't make them any money. Even if they're not really helping anybody else, but they just love the product. And that's great. But, at the end of the day, when you make money to pay your bills and take care of your friends and your family, that's really what counts. In this industry, people are like, oh, I really don't know if I could sell that, or I'm not really a believer in that. And then I look at people on Amazon and I'm like, I have a friend, and he was an Amazon affiliate, and I'm like, so what are your money makers? And he goes, well, the biggest money maker I've got is beard oil. And I'm like, beard oil? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, man, it sells like crazy. It's like all over the world. I'm like, you kidding me? I've never even heard of it. And I said, tell me about it. He goes, I don't know. I just looked it up, did some research, found the best, and just put it online. They buy it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He goes, no, it's real. As many of you know, I've been getting coached by JT Fox and a lot of his coaches. He said, fall in love with business and the business of making money and helping people, and the business will take care of itself. If you get locked into your business, you don't have a business, you don't have an income, you have a job. Whenever you get into business as a serial entrepreneur, you look for a good opportunity and you say, how do I get out of this business as quickly as possible? And I don't mean close the doors, but I mean you get in, you take care of it, and you set it up so that it's running and it's providing jobs and incomes for other people. And when we were looking at, what I did with Dr. Michael Explains, he goes, yeah, it started as a side hustle and now you've got a company that you've made, well over 7 figures with, and you run it like a side hustle. You're not you're helping people, but if you had somebody and you hired people to manage your brand, you would increase your influence and help more people and create jobs. And I was like, wow, I never thought about it that way. And another thing that he said is, if you can pay somebody else to do it and make more money doing something else, pay them to do it and go make more money, because you've made money and you've helped provide for that family. There's a lot of single moms, there's a lot of struggling homes, a lot of kids that, they can't do things simply because the money's not there. And so, I grew up, and we've talked about the love of money and is the root of all evil, and I grew up thinking that way, and for some reason I thought money was evil, and it's not. I love money. Money's amazing. I can help people, buy things, take care of people, take care of my family, take care of my friends, inspire people, lead people, help people start businesses. It's an interesting concept, and as you branch into that, the more persistent you are, the more people you will help. So it's fine to be distracted a little bit from time to time to let your brain rest. And like I said, shiny object syndrome will keep you broke. But if you're using it as a learning process to learn how other people do things, it's a great opportunity. Stick with the main thing, be persistent. Every single overnight success that I know, and I know a lot of them, were 10 years in the making. That is no joke. My success is amazing. I mean, I've got a beautiful home, beautiful family. Everybody looks at my life like, ooh, I want what you got, but they don't realize that, I was struggling with asthma. I was a bubble boy and I got sick and I didn't get to do things, and then I got sick again and I was in the hospital and I had a child in the hospital, and I'm a brutal divorce, and real estate companies and holdings. It's like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want all that. I want the good stuff. No, it's all a learning process. People try something and stop. That's what you call failure. When you try something and it doesn't work, you try again. That is persistence. But you're starting over from a point of experience. The more experience you have, the more success you'll gain. So there you go. Have a great day. Persistence, whatever you're at, stick with it. If you can do better, do better.